Hello and welcome to today's video where you will have a chance to receive a message from the spirit world. If you enjoy this format of video, please be sure to like and subscribe so that you can be notified when future messages videos are released. So if you're listening live, happy full moon to you. May great blessings abound in your life. So to begin today, I would like you to tune into each of the colors and numbers on the screen, paying attention to how each one feels to you. There's one number which will give you the greatest sense of wellness and peace. That number represents your message for today. Included in the description box below are timestamps so that you can jump to your special message. If multiple messages resonated with you today, note the messages, all of them, and you can go back and listen to each one. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening, and namaste. Message number 1. My inner voice uplifts me. The guides are coming to you today to remind you that you are an amazing soul who is on an incredible earthly journey. This message may be coming to you if you've been a little bit hard on yourself. If your inner voice has been sort of beating you down in some way or criticizing you, the guides are saying, come here and let us give you a big hug. You're doing so much better than you realize. Be kind to yourself. And in your thoughts, feed yourself messages of encouragement like, I am doing so well navigating the challenges and complexities of my earthly journey. I do my best every day, and every day I'm learning and I'm growing. I have everything inside of me that I need to succeed. I am proud of myself and the life that I have lived. I have overcome so many challenges in my life, and I am going to overcome the challenges that are in my life now. I was born for a purpose. I was born for a reason, and I am discovering my purpose now. I am living my purpose now more and more every day. I have gifts and talents that are still to be discovered within me. I am loved and supported by the universe and those around me. I have received many blessings in my life, and there are many blessings still to come. I am proud of who I am. You are capable of radically transforming your life by transforming your inner voice. So remember today that you can turn a new leaf by consciously choosing an inner voice that uplifts you. And if you start to hear that voice of doubt or voice of criticism, consciously go in there and feed yourself with some true and uplifting messages like the ones that we covered here. And you'll find that you begin to feel better and perform better and succeed even more on your temporary earthly journey. Message 2. When in doubt, speak it out. There is no need for you to harbor away secret feelings or problems. Reach out to that person and tell them how you feel. Sit down with a friend or a family member and ask them for their advice. Sometimes in our own head, we can struggle with worries, doubts, fears, or problems, and they seem so big, and sometimes they seem insurmountable. The same can be true about our feelings. We've got these feelings and we just don't know what to do with them. And then, as soon as we say them out loud and as soon as they are witnessed by another person, we just feel so much better. So this message tells you to speak out. Just tell somebody, whoever first comes to mind. And you can always say things like, oh my gosh, I've been so in my head about this, or I've been afraid to tell anybody this, but, or things like that. But this card reminds you that by talking about it, whether to a friend, a family member, a lover, a therapist, anyone, by talking about it, you're going to start to feel better. And by talking about it, positive events will transpire. If you are in doubt, if you are in fear, if you are confused inside your being, if you are grappling or struggling with something inside of you, this card encourages you to speak. We are communal beings. We are meant to exist in the presence of communities with other people who hear and witness our journey. And if you receive this message today, that's exactly what you need right now, is that special person to listen to you and let you know you are not alone, and let you know you are not crazy, and let you know that everything is going to be okay. So when in doubt, speak it out and know that from that, only good will come. Message 3. There is a perfect divine order in all that is unfolding. Our earthly lives sometimes can feel so random. It can feel like the events that are occurring around us are happening for no reason. Today's message reminds you that nothing could be further from the truth. That all the events of your earthly life, everything that you're seeing around you, no matter how random it seems, that it was all carefully planned by your soul, and that it's all being orchestrated by a higher power. There is a reason for all of this. There is a purpose for all of this. There is a music to the unfoldments of our earthly lives. Everything is so much more connected than we actually realize. There's not just one, but there's many purposes for each circumstance in your human life, in your human journey. And you are being presented with so many opportunities to utilize your gifts and to learn and discover and to expand your soul. And the circumstances that you find yourself in at this moment are part of your perfect journey in this life. Even if they seem random, you will see in retrospect, when you look back on your life, that this moment was necessary, that this moment that you're in right now, that this moment held significance for you, so much significance for you, and not just the you that you are in this life, but the greater you that exists beyond this life. There is a reason for everything. And your guides come here today to remind you of just that fact, to remind you that there is a perfect divine order in all that is unfolding, that all of this is part of the higher plan, and that you are safe to walk your earthly path. Message 4. We gather together for the greater good. Oh, this message encourages you to seek out a sense of belonging with others whose hopes, dreams, wishes, and values are aligned with your own. Or even to seek out community with those who are different. This message says it's time to connect. That together, everyone truly can achieve more. This message encourages you to participate in group endeavors. This can be done online, for example, by taking an e-course or joining together with a virtual organization. And just as amazing, if not more amazing, this can be done in your community. Maybe there's a group of people that get together and go for hikes or meet to discuss different topics. Maybe there's community evening nights at the local library where you can learn about the local history. Maybe there is a group fitness class where everybody is doing aerobics together or biking together to feel a little better. Maybe it's a group yoga class. Maybe it's a psychic development circle that is at your local metaphysical shop. Maybe it's something through a local church. Whatever it is for you, whatever opportunities are available to come together with other people, say yes. This message lets you know that when you gather together with others, amazing things can happen. That when you gather together with others for the intention to experience a greater good, and maybe that greater good is expressing your creativity or moving your physical body for health and wellness or exploring your sensitivity or something else. When you gather together with others, your soul is going to sing. So if you've been going it alone a little bit, this card says connect, connect, connect. Join in, seek out that sense of belonging, and you shall flourish. Message 5. Rest, and you shall be restored. You are a hard worker. You've been doing a lot for a lot of people. Maybe you've been worried. Maybe you've been experiencing stress. This card reminds you to rest and rest well. For it is time to restore and replenish before you begin the next chapter. Often this sort of message comes to us when we need just a little bit of rest and reflection to process through our recent experiences. And this often can be an indication that a new little chapter is going to be beginning for you soon, and that to prepare, it's best to rest now. This message comes to those who just need a little bit of extra self-care, and often this can come when we are in need of a good nighttime routine. You know what time that you need to go to bed to feel your best. In this card, it says, rest your pretty little eyes, get to bed early, maybe have a little bit of chamomile tea before you get to bed. If you're wondering, should I do that item on my to-do list or should I soak in a hot bath? This card says soak in a hot bath. This card says take a moment and just sit in the rocking chair or by the fire or journal and just process through what you've been experiencing recently. All of us are recharged by different activities. For some of us, it's creative activities or cooking, or it's a walk in nature, or it's talking to that one friend or family member who always gives us that sense of peace. This card says, do those things that replenish you now. Maybe there are specific foods. Maybe it's the mango, like the mango shown on the screen, or maybe it's something else, something directly from nature that contains that vital force, or maybe it's a number of foods that really help to replenish you. This message could come to you if maybe your nutrition has been a little bit off. Maybe you're starting to get depleted of certain vitamins or minerals. So this card reminds you to eat healthy, whole, nutritious foods, to get plenty of sleep, to take time to just sit and just be away from the stress of the world And know that by taking the rest that you need, and maybe that's just an afternoon, or maybe it's a whole weekend, or maybe it's a whole month, you'll know in your heart how much rest you can manage and how much rest is right for you. By taking the time to rest, you will be restored. You will be revitalized, and you will regain that sense of life force and that purpose and direction that you once knew so well. So if you're feeling a bit down or depleted, rest and you shall be restored. Message 6. A door to the spirit world is opening for you. How wonderful and how exciting. Maybe you feel like you've been getting signs from the universe. Maybe you've been getting chills somewhere when you think certain thoughts, or maybe you've seen sparkles in the air, or white feathers have fallen on your path, or you found coins, or you're seeing angel numbers, or you feel like you're sensing in some way the presence of spirit. This message says you are. This message says you are in contact with the spirit world in some way, be that the guides, be that the angels, be that your loved ones in spirit. This card comes to those whose gifts and abilities are beginning to awaken and expand more and more. It reminds you that a door to the spirit world is opening for you. And if you have been thinking about doing certain spiritual practices, maybe they're guided meditations or self-hypnosis, maybe you've been interested in working a little bit more seriously with some oracle cards or tarot cards or a pendulum or crystals. Maybe you feel like you've started to get some clairaudience or clairvoyance. Maybe when people are talking to you and they ask for advice, you're starting to kind of see visual impressions or get clairsentient feelings. Maybe you've had a loved one cross over to the other side, and maybe they came to you in a dream, or you felt their presence when you're alone. This card encourages you to work with those gifts and abilities. This card says that you have those gifts and abilities, and that you're right on the verge of expanding them and learning to work with them more and more, and that these gifts and abilities, they might not be only for you. They may be able to benefit other people. The spirit world may want to work with you so that you can support or assist or guide other people. And this message lets you know that your gifts and abilities that you believe that you've been experiencing, that you really are experiencing them, and that the spirit world is a real realm, and that there are real beings there who are wishing to connect with you. This message reminds you that somehow, some way, you have an intuitive gift, and that this gift is opening and expanding. So work with whatever intuitive tools or methods that you are drawn to, and know that doing so will yield amazing results, and that the spirit world is glad to have you here on earth, helping to fulfill your earthly mission. Message 7. Remember and recall your divine nature. Oh, it can be so easy here to get so focused on our physical lives and our physical goals and our physical bodies, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, it's always good to have goals, and it's great to be grounded in our physical experience. This message may come to those who are feeling immersed in your human goals or human work or human problems, and it reminds you this human identity that you are experiencing now is temporary, and it is a tool through which your true divine self expresses. You are an eternal soul who existed before this life, who has walked other streets and lived other human lives, and who will exist after this human life and continue on to have amazing and incredible and beautiful experiences. This message reminds you that nothing is as serious as it seems, that there is a divine order in what you see, and that all you must do is meet each moment on your human journey, on your earthly path, with as much heart and soul as you can in that moment, and give yourself a little bit of credit when you face those difficult days, knowing that you are doing your very best, knowing that Earth can be a challenging place for a sensitive soul like you, but that's okay. It's okay to be challenged. That's a sign that you're growing, and that's a sign that you're succeeding on your journey. Remember that you are not the name that you identify as. You are not the body that you find yourself in. You are not even the personality construct who you believe yourself to be. You are not the thoughts in your mind. Those are all lenses through which you are expressing your soul, through which you are playing your soul song and soul music at this moment in Earth's time, and yet you are so much more than all of it. Remember that you have an existence in the spirit world. You have guides there. You have a whole huge soul group and soul family, and you have a very, very happy home beyond the earth plane. This message is all about remembering who you truly are. It is about appreciating the life that you have now, and your body now, and your identity now, but never being confused into believing that that is all that you are. So on this day, remember your divine nature. Thank you all so much for participating in today's Select Your Message video. It has been a joy to have you here on the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, if you got a message that resonated with you, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And more than anything else, please be sure to share the video with your own loved ones, with your own friends, so that they can get a message that helps them too. My goal and mission here is to support you in having the most amazing earthly incarnation that you can, and in aligning with your soul's highest path. So I hope today's message has helped you do just that. Thank you again for listening. Many blessings and namaste.